Hey guys, how's everybody doing? We're going to talk a little bit about Entropia Life today. I was recently talking to StarFinder about some of the things he's been doing to this site. Yeah, I think a lot of people still use EntropiaLife.com as the tracker that we all know and love. And that's great. But there is so much stuff in this site that I just want to kind of raise awareness to it and maybe help you out a little bit. I don't know, but let's just talk about this site. Um, basically, this is it right here. We got the main feed right here, the friend stream as it's called, going down below. It even gets your own avatar in there. Your friends over here on the left, your society friends, and then the top bar up top is basically your I'm gonna say your main navigation. Okay, and then the sidebar here on the left hand side is almost like your sub navigation. Okay, and you may not know it because it's down below, and we tend not to look down at the bottom of the screen. But you can open this up and see who's on right now running the client. So you can see there's a couple of my friends on right now. So that's that. So let's just take a look, and we're gonna look specifically at mining because it's what I do best. But first, I just want to go over here. The bell just signals it'll turn red if you have a notification. It's usually like a mail or something, and there's the mail right there. You can click on Site Apps, and you could take a look at all these different apps. You want Mindstar Radio, you're gonna install it. Normandy, there's all these other things in here. Biome Miner is new, like a week or two ago. Um, I guess Starfinder's still testing that. And then let's go over to social. It loads up here. I have to click it right. So basically, social, it'll give the feed Planet Calypso forum. There's Entropia forum, Siren forum. I'm assuming that's all the forums. And then the left-hand side, which is really what's interesting, and which Starfinder just implemented recently, is blogs. So we'll click blogs on the left-hand side, and you could go and browse whatever blogs. Let's look at the mining blog. Go to blog categories. Sorry. And if I wanted to create a blog, I could just click that, create a blog. Okay. We'll go over to friends here. I don't know if that'll load up. Let's go to my friends, and then you can see all these. You can break apart your relationships. You can view their profile, send them mail, whatever. All right, and then same with society. All right, so let's skip over to donate. If you ever want to donate, I suggest that every once in a while you may want to. He's got a gold bar here, which is good. But if you want to really get into the site and dig in deep, you will want to donate some sort of ped. I know he's got a couple stores in game. In fact, you can see where, and I'll get to that in a minute. Where you could actually buy pet or donate through game by buying Mind Essence. Um, I've donated in the past, obviously run the banner that I got on there. Let's go to the shop. Another reason to donate is to purchase features, which over here on the left hand side, you click shop, go to purchase features. Now I do have the 30-day LA global viewer, and I also have the 30-day LA info. This 30-day LA info is really, really good, and we'll get to that in a moment. It's relatively cheap. I think 45,000 credits equals to be about $4.50 a month. So it's relatively inexpensive. Um, you could forums. I don't have the forum signatures up yet. That we have the advertisement there. Here we go. The in-game credits you can get at Twin Peaks Mall, Calypso, Level 2 Shop 2, Foma Mall, Sanctuary Cove, Arcadia Building. So there's a few places. So you could go to, where do we go here? We go to shop, and then in-game credits, and you could take a look at that. And then there's a bunch of different things: transaction history, partner agreements that I won't get into, and then settings. Which let's take a look, because it really doesn't matter. You can see which people are running the client, how many, where. Planet Arcadia, Next Island, Entropia. Actually, everybody's running the client right now. This is great. This is really good. We're actually getting info from Next Island and Planet Cyrene. That's cool. 30 people on Arcadia. That's really good. It's good to see Rocktropia in there too. A lot of people running that there. So, you go to account settings, which I'm not going to go to right now because it's personal info. But site settings, help, transactions, data sources, application settings. All right. So that's a brief overview. Obviously, you could go hunting and mining up here and see which is streaming, which globals are coming through. Let's go to mining. We can see which ones, Rudolph just hit a 233 ped Narkstone and Hell. So we could see what's hitting right now. It looks like Foaming. I know it's good to see Hell hitting like it is. It's pretty frequent right now, and we could see what stone is hitting. What I really want to show is that's the mining live list. We could search minerals. We could search, let's go Quill Sap, just for shits and gigs. And we could see the top players that have hit Quill Sap, the top amounts. Like, look at Deathy Millennium and his 14,000 ped Quill Sap. That must have been right when Planet Arcadia came out, I'm guessing. Maybe a month or two after. But yeah, what a hit. If he had saved that to today, it would have been an extra 7,100 ped. And there I am. I lead the globals on Quill Sap, followed by Noodles. Now, we could look down here and see the number of globals per day. And we could pretty much gauge, what we should be hitting right now. It looks to be flat. The last couple days. And then we could see the recent people that have hit it. All right. Let's check out latest Ubers. And this is for Quill Sap. The latest Uber was February. Andrew Macca McDonald. So January, December, August, 11. So February was the latest one, 1,000. So maybe actually time for an Uber to pop up out of Quill. It's been quite a while. It's been 28 days since we've seen it. And there's the monthly graphs again. And then we could look at in a different view of the top miners. Quite interesting stuff. Let's get back to mining. Obviously we could look at the top miners in game right now. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that these are the best miners in game. It basically means that these are the top globaling miners. As you can see, Rudolph the Reindeer is leading the pack, and he has done so for quite some time now. At 605 globals, that's just amazing. Your host of the site, Milla Starfinder, coming in third, and I'm around here somewhere. I'm in 12th right now. I probably would never be able to catch up to 600 or even 400 or 500. I just don't have the time for that. But yeah, so you could look, check out your name, see if it's on there, see what's going on. You could even go 360 days, which is really cool. You see Robin Gripper Planet up there, Iseri, which I've mentioned in many videos before. Just racking it up. And there's Rudolph down there at number 10. So Strash at 43. I don't even know if I'd come in here. I'm not even sure if I'm on the 360. I could be somewhere, but we're not gonna look for it. Let's see here. The current mining HOF list, which is basically the last 24 hours. Darth Vader, Superman hit a Calderay. I hit a nice Ceruleum. Just going down. You can see that in game. Now this is really cool. The discoveries. This is such a good source of information to look for discoveries. What's hitting? Well, we could see actually recently we have all these. We have a ton of landing tokens popping up. Hunting, mining, hunting. Looks like everything's coming from hunting. Congrats to all the people that have hit it. We have this strange Makeda helm, it looks like, male that was discovered recently, and even going back into July. So there's a lot of info here. It's really neat to see actually what is being discovered, because I would never known that there was a new new discovery, new Makeda harness, or modified shadow thigh guards. How cool is that? So uh, that is on there. It's under mining, or actually it's on the sidebar. You could get to it through mining. I'm sure you could get through it through hunting too. Let's take a look at planets. I don't remember what's under planets. Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Um, the global turnover, globals, unique avatars. Basically, it gives you how many avatars are run on the client. Or wait, no, maybe it's how many. No, I'm sorry. It's unique avatars that global, I believe. Yes, yes, yes. The turnover pet amount, which is really interesting to see. It's a 1,657 pet. That's a ton of cash. That is a ton of cash, and then breaks it down into charts and whatnot. Unfortunately, next island is going to probably get a couple zeros. Same with Siren, because not everybody runs the client on those two planets, like they do with Rock Trip, Eclipse, or Arcadia. But all right, moving on. Let's go back up to mining here. Mining land areas. We'll get to that. I want to show you guys the mineral map, because I think I talked about it in one of my previous videos. The thing about the mineral map, it's not going to load up until I click a mineral. Let's just take a look at Arcadia acid root, because I know I've got some finds on there for that. The thing about this mineral map is that you have to have friends that what am I trying to say here? You have to have friends that share their mineral finds with you. So the more friends you have in Entropia Life, the better your mineral resource maps are going to be. So as we can see, there's been a couple of finds here. What the cool thing is like, as you just seen, wait, let me get it again. You can hover over, you can see the date and timestamp of when it was found. I think that's really interesting. It keeps everything up to date for you, provided that your friends are out there. So if you're reluctant at making friends in Entropia Life, don't go make friends. Get to their stream. Just add them on. Add me on. I'll add you on. We can share each other's maps. And then you have to make your settings. You go to settings and account settings. I think it's, oh wait, maybe it's application settings. Let's take a look. No, it's just API key. The account settings, you have to make it viewable to your friends, and it gives you a list: friends and Soch, or just Soch. So you want to make it viewable to people. If you want people to see where you're mining and whatnot. Right now, there's Arcadia, Eudora, Foma, and Cyrene. And recently, when I talked to StarFinder, he was working on a Rocktropia map, and I believe Hell as well. Let's take a look at the Foma map. Now, I don't think we'll find acid root in Foma, but now, what can we find in Foma? What hits big? Alice. Alice is a big orb there. I mean, we may not get too much. Yeah, see, none of my friends probably hit any of that. Calderite's another big one. Let's see what we got there. Alright, no Calderite. Well, you guys get the gist of it. Let's go Quill Sap in Arcadia, just so, since Quill Sap seems to be the thing to do on Arcadia. It's the best end matter, really. Look at all these Quill Sap finds. So I mean, you're on Arcadia. You come here, you check out the map. Oh, it's cool. Want to mine this area for Quill. Obviously, I want to go right up and down here for Quill, which looks to be 8 coins. The Scoria area over there. So it's good finds. It's a good little map. Just if you're not seeing anything, you got to make friends and make sure that they share their info with you. Okay, mineral area map. This is cool too. we'll look at acid root because I know there's some on there. And if you look at these little red stripes, basically, it gives you like an area where the acid root is currently being found, or has been found by one of your friends here. And then we'll look at the global map, which global have been found in that area and there with acid root. So it's there, guys. Some decent information for you. Let's go to mining land areas. Okay. Um, and this for me is the coup de grace. This is why you should really subscribe to some of these premium, I guess you could say, benefits here for EntropiaLife.com. I'm a hell miner, so we could look at hell, but there's a lot of data for FOMA. So we're going to look at the overview for FOMA Fortuna. We're going to look at the mining info, so we're going to click this. It'll load up. My internet's a little slow because there's a lot of people using it. And then we can see the latest mining globals. Quite a bit today. We can see that, iron, there's a lot of iron. So, some calderite mixed in there, a little bit of gang. Now, this is the land area hunting info. You won't be able to see this unless you purchase that one of the premiums that I was talking about earlier in the video. This is really interesting because we could see the Ubers that day, the total loot being found on FOMA. So like July 9th, there's 4 Ubers. There's I guess an average of 325 global amount, I want to say. Or was it 325 globals per day? Yeah, no, it's 325 globals per day. Total loot, 41,655. So what does this tell you? This tells me that on July 8th, it was a really good day for mining FOMA. It was probably the best. And then since it was really good, probably it started dying off, and then it really fell down by the 11th. So if you're mining from the 8th to the 11th up on FOMA, you may not have been doing so hot. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it was dipping down. Really, the time to mine would have been probably later in the day on the 11th, going on to the 12th. Even better would have been like over here on the 27th, going to the 28th. So you want to mine it when it's going up. And how would you know that? Well, you don't necessarily know that. Right now, yesterday was somewhat of an up day, but it looks as though the trend is going south. So, in fact, I think this red line is kind of like a trending line here, in a way. Oh no, total loot. So that means some of those Ubers are pretty serious that day. Same with this day. Yeah. Alright, and then the mining global rating, which is really cool, and StarFinder really had to point this out to me. And this is basically, I believe it's the previous day, and as it treads on it, it creates new data. So the 2 o'clock Entropia Universe time in FOMA was probably the worst time to mine. However, going from 2, as it dipped down from 1 to 2 was the worst time, and then going from 2 maybe to going to 3, there was globals, a little bit of Uber. Was there an Uber? No. Oh, two Ubers. So, and then it died down again at 4 o'clock. So you can really use this to your advantage. So if you're up on FOMA and it's like 1, 2 o'clock and you're not hitting that much, maybe it's time for you to just to cool it down and wait until like 2:30 and mine again, and then wait a bit and then go back up. It almost appears as though from 11 o'clock Entropia Universe time all the way to 22 would be like your best bet. Now this does change daily, so And then the dome mineral composition is something that he had recently put in, the Starfinder recently put in, and it shows the composition. I would give this a little while to set up. I've been taking a look at it, and it looks as though there's been some changes. Last time I looked at it, which is like yesterday. So maybe a week or two, it'll give some really good data. But it's interesting to see what people are finding. I mean, it makes really no sense to mine Biodome 9 for end matter. I mean, if you're gonna hit Melky that consistently, same with Biodome 8, it's just not worth mining. Really, really interesting. There's a dome, I want to say 11. 11 Ignisium. This is your best bet for FOMA right now. Ignisium. It's really the only good one. And Iron last week was making a comeback. I'm not sure. So these are really good sources of information, guys. And I really suggest that even for a month, you just pick it up, donate $4.50, pick up that one premium. Check these charts out and see what you can do with it. See if check out the ratings. If you're up on FOMA from 1700 hours to 19, try your mining between that. See if you get anything good, and then stop. Stop when it drops, and then keep on checking the data daily. Ever since, let's go back to land areas because I want to take a look at Hell. Actually, mining. Hold on. Mining land areas. Hell. View mining info. And look at Rudolph cleaning up the slate while I'm off making the video. That's alright. That's alright. So this is really cool. I mean, I was using this last night. And I was on later in the evening. My time 17. I was on about this time right here, and I was killing it, guys. I was just killing it in Hell. Good Ubers. Unfortunately, I didn't get anything 1K plus, but I did get a bunch of 500 petters, as you guys have seen on the live stream. And yeah, use this info to your advantage. Make some money. Go mine Hell from 1700 to 21 today, and see what it does for you. See if you guys can't rack up some Ubers, some 1K plus. Anyway, guys, this is Entropia Life. I really suggest you take a look and see what you can do with it. There's a lot of information regarding globals, your mining stats, hunting stats, everything else. I mean, we could take a look at my favorite mineral, which is calderite, and I'm really trying to work on that. And calderite's not bad, but I know I could better myself. And I could take a look at my total globals here. Obviously, calderite's leading the pack here at 83 globals, followed by Narc. And those two aren't bad. They've got a decent markup, but I really like to get Ceruleum up in my top 3 and knock Zinkstone out. Mainly, for markup reasons. So, as a show, as a progressive type of thing to show how well you're doing within game, it's really good to look at your stats. I could look at my favorite mobs. It's gonna say, Phefoid, because I was a huge Phefoid hunter back in the day, followed by Olafilin or Orly, which it doesn't matter that much anymore. And then the largest globals, mining, the Vita Stone, 28k pet Vita, the couple star particles that I hit a crude oil. Some decent stuff here. Unfortunately, Entropia Life hadn't been around earlier in Entropia's history, because there would have been all this would have been much different. It would have been really cool to see had it been around for an extra 2 or 3 years. But anyway, guys, check out Entropia Life. Let's take a look at the shop once again, because I want to tell you which one, if you're interested in it, and not to sell anything, but purchase features. You go to shop purchase features, and it's the 30-day LA viewer. I'm sorry, no. It's the 30-day LA info. that gives you all those cool charts that you could check out, and just see if you can increase your hit rate, increase your finds, and see if you can go for the Ubers. See if it makes a difference when you follow those charts, because I think it'll help everybody out. Anyway, guys, it's Pig Dennis, and we'll see you in the next video.